Hello, my name is Yara and today I'm going to be doing the BOOKTUBE newbie tag. So, I had intended to make this video my first video up on my channel, but I filmed it twice and I didn't like the way either of them turned out, and Booktubeathon was already starting and that actually had a deadline. So I thought I would just push the Booktubeathon videos out, create some content, and just dive right into the channel. But in retrospect, I realized it was probably still important for me to do a video introducing myself and why I'm here pretty much. And clearly I'm still a BOOKTUBE newbie, so without further ado, let's just jump right into it. Question number 1 is, why did you start this channel? The short answer is, I like talking, and I like talking about my favorite books. I've been watching BOOKTUBE for 6 years now, and I've loved engaging with the community and sharing our opinions and our reactions. It's so much fun. But there was always a part of me that wanted to make my own videos. For a long time, I thought I was too young, or that I wasn't ready to have a YouTube channel. So really, this channel was a long time coming, and part of me does wish that I started a little earlier, just because I've always wanted to. But I feel like now I can truly give my whole time and effort to this channel and be able to consistently produce videos. Question number 2, what are some fun and unique things you can bring to BOOKTUBE? What I love about just the nature of BOOKTUBE itself is that every channel is unique because every reader is unique. That sounds a little cliche, but like every person's experiences and everything that they've been through has contributed to how they react to a novel and how they see things. So just getting their perspective is in itself a unique experience, and it's so interesting to see so many different people react to the same work. So in that sense, to be unique, I'm just gonna try to be authentic to myself and to what I experienced. I want to be 100% honest with you guys, of course. I do also want to bring in my other interests that I have into this channel, not just books. So like movies, TV, musical theater, and even makeup. Like I have a lot of interests that I really want to incorporate into this channel. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do yet, but I have a lot of ideas. Question number 3, what are you most excited for about this new channel? The first thing that came to mind when I heard this question was that I'm really excited to be able to document my feelings on certain books. Like I'm the kind of person who, even a month after reading a book, I will forget everything. Like I could not for the life of me recall a single detail. That's an exaggeration, but you get what I'm saying. My memory is just so bad when it comes to books. And so many times I'm just like, I think I liked that book or I didn't like that book, but I have no reason why. So in that aspect, I'm kind of excited to have like this physical documentation of my feelings and what I felt at that time. And of course, I should mention the other good parts about being a part of BOOKTUBE is the people. I'm so excited to make new friends and to just be able to talk about the things that I love. I know a lot of booktubers, they start out because they don't have people in their real life who they can talk to about books, but I was actually pretty fortunate. I have a lot of friends who read books, but like I said, I love talking and I love discussing, and I'm always yearning for more opinions and analysis and theories. Like that's so much fun. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to meeting people and getting to really immerse myself in the community. Question number 4 is, why do you love reading? So I mentioned how I recorded this video twice before and I didn't like it, and a lot of it was because of this question. I couldn't phrase what I wanted to say. It's so hard to articulate something that you are so passionate about sometimes. Like you just don't have words, which is kind of ironic because the thing that we're talking about is literally just a group of words. And so if I really had to break it down, I would say I really love the immersive aspect of reading, how you are totally engaged in this story, in this character's head, in the character's minds, in their feelings and emotions. You see firsthand what's happening. And this can be a vehicle to so many different experiences. Reading allows you to learn so many things, whether it's on like the academic knowledge side, or if it's on like the personal human attributes and emotions that you can really see the nuances. Again, I feel like I'm so cliche, but it's so fun to live vicariously through so many different characters. Really, what I love about reading is not particular to reading, it's stories. I just love when stories are able to make me feel something, whether that's happiness and joy, laughter, anger, sadness, and the best part is when it's all of them. Also, I don't know if this is weird or not, but I love the fact that when you're reading, you're literally just staring at words, but like when you think about what happened, it's all this scene in your mind you're the director, the cinematographer, the composer. You're basically creating this movie in your mind, and it's so amazing how you can just do that from words. I don't know. Question number 5 is, what book or series got you into reading? This was another hard question for me to pin down because I have several stages in my life where I was impacted by a certain book that led me into a certain phase of my reading life. If I was to go really back, it'd probably be the Diary of a Wimpy Kid series, just because those were kind of books that every year I looked forward to them, into reading them, and I constantly read them, like every night. No matter if I was reading another book or not, I would always read a little bit, at least like 5 or 10 pages from Diary of a Wimpy Kid. And then when I finished the series, I just went right back to the beginning. I'm pretty sure I read the first 5 books literally 7 times. I don't know why I did that. But in terms of influencing the reader that I am now, it really has to be Harry Potter and Percy Jackson. Fun fact, I watched the first 7 Harry Potter movies before I read the books. I know. I'm ashamed of myself too. Harry Potter was obviously a hugely influential series to many people, and they definitely started me on this journey to reading a lot of fantasy and especially long series. But Percy Jackson has a special place in my heart. I read that after I read Harry Potter and completely fell in love. And while they both really influenced my interests in reading to this day, a lot of people got to experience Harry Potter as it was coming out or as the movies were coming out, and I feel like everyone deserves that kind of experience of getting to almost grow up with the series. And for Harry Potter, I didn't really get to have that. All 7 books were out when I started reading, and I read the series right before the last movie came out, Deathly Hallows Part 2. While I still love the series to death, I didn't really get that experience of growing up with it. With Percy Jackson, however, I did get a little semblance of that, because even though all 5 of the PJO books were out, I had to wait for every Heroes of Olympus book. And that experience of waiting and reading fan fiction and coming up with theories, that's what got me into fandom, and it's also what got me into BookTube. The first BookTube video that I ever watched that I remember is a Sun and Neptune book review by Cash J. Tuck. And that just obviously led me to this whole new world and community of people who talk about books on YouTube. I think because those 2 series had such huge followings, it really made me inclined to discover new books and to get involved in even more series and get involved with those followings. So yeah, I kind of answered a different question, but that's my answer. Question number 6 is, what questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? I think most of my questions would revolve around how to maintain a YouTube channel while you're living your whole other life, whether that be school or work or both. Because right now it's the summer, and obviously I have so much time to film and to edit and do all my other things. But like, once school starts, I'm just hoping for the best. Question number 7 is, what challenges with starting a booktube channel do you think will be the hardest to overcome? This is something that I've gotten better at, but I still obviously need to work on it, is to look at the camera and not the viewfinder, and just getting used to talking in front of a camera, because it is kind of weird. You're just in a room alone talking to the camera. Of course, eventually there'll be people who are watching what you were recording, but in the very beginning, it's a little tough. Also, finding the time to record, because I don't have a lighting setup yet, so I have to do it during the day, and I wake up so late. It's really a bad habit, so I need to get better at that. Question number 8 is, when did you start reading? I kind of already went into this whole spiel of the books that kind of led me into reading, and that's kind of where I started. So I would say the Diary of a Wimpy Kid phase was around like 8 or 9, and then Harry Potter and Percy Jackson was 10 and 11. If I really had to label a moment where I started really reading, it'd be 5th grade, which again is when I read Percy Jackson and Harry Potter. After that, I just read constantly. That's also when I discovered Hunger Games, so yeah, 5th grade. I was 10 or 11. Okay. Question number 9 is, where do you read? I don't really have an answer to this because it's anywhere. I don't have like a set reading nook or anywhere that I read, and it changes constantly even as I'm reading, because reading positions can get uncomfortable and I need some change. So usually I'll read on my bed or in my computer chair. If you're referring to audiobooks, it's literally anywhere. While I'm in the car is a very common place, while I'm taking a walk, while I'm doing chores, doing laundry, anywhere really. In my dream home for the future, I want to have a reading nook. That would be so nice. I also want a whole library in my house, but we'll start small. And question number 10, the last question, what kinds of books do you like to read? Clearly by the shelf behind me, if you can see, I quite enjoy fantasy, and I would say that's my favorite genre, but I genuinely will read anything as long as someone tells me it's good. I definitely gravitate towards fantasy, but some of my favorite books have been classics, literary fiction, contemporaries, definitely historical fiction. I'm really open to anything, with the exception of like erotica. Yeah, I'm not reading 50 Shades of Grey. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned a little bit more about me, and I'm so excited to continue making this channel and really diving deep into making new content, and I'll see you next time. Bye!